Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Techies 15 Live. Sorry we are starting late, and I recognize this is only streaming on YouTube and not on LinkedIn. We're having some technical difficulties, and our guest couldn't be here today as well. So you've got me. I am your guest today. Um, yeah, host and guests all together. So this is Tech is 15 Live. It's a weekly podcast we do at Immigrant Techies Network as a way of keeping in touch with the ecosystem and hearing from people that are building things, that are solving problems. It's just our way of staying in touch. Consider it your weekly virtual water cooler moment. Except today you only have me. Um, and I just thought I would share some of the thoughts I shared during my speech at the innovation conference at Lethbridge last week, and something that the anchor conversation was around the fact that the half life of a skill is now considered to be 5 years. The half life of a skill is 5 years. So anything you know today, there is a high potential, like any not knowledge now, skill, like particular skill set, particular tools. So the tendency that it will still be relevant in 5 years is really low. And from a business owner, employer perspective, think about the fact that there is a chance that half of what your staff know today will be irrelevant for your business, for your organization, for their career in 5 years. So where does that leave you as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as someone that is leading people, solving problems, and needing to rely on humans as resource? And I believe that if there ever was a time to start rethinking what talent strategy looks like, what talent solution looks like for companies, it is now. Because if the half life of a skill is 5 years, that simply means university education, college education won't cut it. It will provide the basics, it will provide the mindset, hopefully, of continuous learning, but it will not provide the lifelong skill. Heck, we don't even know what you will need in 5 years. So if you don't know what you will need in 5 years, how can you prepare yourself so that you are future proof, future ready, right? You're prepared for whatever comes. You're future adaptable, future adaptive. I mean, we can call it so many things, but the idea is, if we don't, if the future is not clear, how do you prepare for it? If there's so much uncertainty about what the skill set future will be, what needs to change from how we practice talent solutions today to be able to sustain that kind of future that awaits us in terms of talent development, acquisition, retention, and sustainability. So something I want to talk about is a shift from talent acquisition to talent cultivation. We use the term talent acquisition. That's the mindset. That's how industry thinks. So we need this skill set. Let's go into the market and acquire people that already have those skills. So talent acquisition suggests that there's a ready-made pool, there's a ready-made skill set. Someone else is building them. Someone else is developing the talent, is building the talent. All I have to do is go into that source and tap. However, if the half-life of a skill is 5 years, if the talent of if the skill set of the future is uncertain, how can we be sure that we can always acquire talent, that we can always just go into the market, tap on ready-made talent, and acquire them. So, what does talent cultivation then look like? What mindset is talent cultivation? So that's a mindset of co-creation of talent solutions. Because right now, industry leaves talent development to the schools, the post-secondaries, the trade schools, the training programs here and there, thinking that should suffice, that they are able to scan the future and project into what the needs will be. But what would it look like if companies start taking on the mindset of co-creation of talent solutions? So instead of I want to acquire talent, then it becomes I want to cultivate talent. So one of the things we do, one of the questions I like to ask employers is what talent do you find hard to fill? What skills do you find hard to find? What skill set do you list and it takes a long time for you to find the perfect candidate for? So if there is a trend where there's a particular type of skill set that's I just hard for you to find, then what does it look like to grow them? I'm like, work with us. Let's grow them for you. Let's grow the talent you need. So if you need a certain combination of skill sets that just does not exist because of how courses are designed in schools, some skill sets don't just coexist, correct? So if that's what you need, it doesn't exist. It has to be created. It has to be grown, and we plug in put in a nice plug here. I work with internationally trained professionals, immigrant professionals from all different walks of life that have had experiences, training in many diverse areas. And one other good thing about immigrant talent is in many immigrant cultures, you tend to be more of a generalist, which means even if you have a core role, you most likely have touched so many other areas. So again, if you can't find what you need, if you can, so let's use the analogy of grocery or some, you want to buy vegetable. If you can't find the vegetable you need in the store, that's what your backyard is for. Then you grow it. You grow what you need. You bring the ingredients together and you grow what you need. So that is a direction that I believe industry needs to shift to. We've seen some traction in that area. We've seen companies that have collaborated with post-secondary or other training programs to create that talent source for them, so that it's consistent, it's regenerative in a way. So yeah, my main tip for today too. Number one, remember that the half-life of a skill is 5 years. And what does it look like if we start shifting our mindset from talent acquisition to talent cultivation, which means co-creation, work together, a cyclical kind of solution that solves the talent problem because industry is co-designing talent solutions and not leaving it to training organizations. Yeah, so this is it today. Thanks for having me as your host and guest on Techies 15 Live. And I know this is only on YouTube for now. We will be sharing this link on LinkedIn as well. I'm just gonna check if there's anyone. I don't see any thoughts, any comments. So yeah, good to see everybody. Bye now.